When we came into Ministry of Works, when we started this department, the first thing we did was to deploy these people who understand this system, go and check how this system is working. PS guided us to work with the NITAU engagement so that we can have a robust system which will address the current challenges on the system. And that's the process we are on. So the process of developing the new TORs took longer than expected. And we were caught in the process before we could do.
Engineer One, just for the record, you are telling us you went into an innovation agreement because you are caught up with the RAPEX.
No, not RAPEX, sir. I was saying that we were caught up in the innovation. Yes, the process started, I think the process was about to start in the former UNRWA to process a procurement of a new O&M operator under new terms. And these terms would require that we have a system which incorporates cashless payments because of the current challenges which are there.
Just, I know what you're saying, but just for the record, you went into an innovation agreement because when UNRWA was going to advertise, RAPEX came in, and then you didn't have time. This is what you're saying?
Yes, this is part of the thing. And the
okay,
time was
what is innovation agreement?
The type I was saying is...
What is innovation agreement?
The innovation agreement was when Aegis requested that...
What is innovation agreement?
It's changing of the employer, like we changed it from former UNRWA to Minister of Work.
When did the contract for Aegis resume?
I think it... Well,
just a minute.
I think it started in 2021, I think May 2021. And
when did you sign that contract? In May 2021?
Yes.
So 5 years, when did it expire?
I think it was last year.
When did you sign the innovation agreement?
8th May.
8th May 2021. 2026. And the other agreement was expiring in May 2026. So it means they went into innovation. Innovation is like a takeover.
We wanted to find continuation.
It's like a takeover.
Yes.
So they took over Aegis when they were left with about, I would say, 12 days to expiring of the contract.
I think they have the details of the request. Those specific details, I think Joanne and Isaac can provide. When
it's simple, because we don't want to derail you. We just want answers.
The details, Chair.
Honorable Swaka.
Chair, I want to be very chronological. The contract for Aegis ended in May 2026. What I want to know, whether you are rushing, whatever, I know RAPEX happened more than over 1 year back. I want to know from the ministry and my sister, the PS, I don't want to fire you, but I'm constrained. But did you advertise to get a new service provider? I wanted to look at that advert. If you didn't, can we know who proposed Pinnacle and on which technical justifications? And Chair, may I know from the minister and our clerk, maybe the minister, who are the directors of Pinnacle? So we need to know, because sometimes we need to know who are the directors of Pinnacle.
But I think, Honorable Chair, since someone is here saying it belongs to Pinnacle, should we be able to tell you who is this director?
Yeah, through you, because these people are on your side.
Okay, I've given them permission to explain. Who is your director?
Yeah, Chair, I'm still building. One, I want to know. The minister is very good, is conceding. Chair, I need to know the contract for Pinnacle ended. In May, for Aegis ended in May, and Pinnacle came in before even the contract ended. So I need to know why And English, now that your contract had not ended, did you make a formal complaint? If not, can you reverse back the money? Because the amount we were paying you included the 12 days. 3, Chair, may I know the advert which brought the extension, an advert for the new service provider? Can we know how it came?
Answer.
And 2, if the advert was there, they can veil us with the evaluation and the tendering process, how they came to Pinnacle. Others want to thank Pinnacle for the work done. So I want to get those 3 issues. Thank you.
And project manager, Isaac, you talked about we are saving money, this is performance-based. So even the 122, they didn't get all of it. We withheld some because it's performance-based. The innovation agreement has a tune of 36 billion for a period of 1 year. Is this true?
Yes, that's true.
Okay. Now, if the innovation agreement has a tune of 36 billion, did the Solicitor General clear this innovation agreement?
Yes, the format was actually from the Solicitor General.
Of the innovation agreement?
Yes.
Okay. The Lady Joan, you have a very good report that states so many discrepancies, it is challenges with the previous contract. But you're now telling us you rushed because there was a RAPEX that happened even almost a year before. You had already gone. You were already seated in the ministry. So what rush were you rushing for? Even with your own engineers highlighting in this year challenges with this contract. What kind of rush was that? Because even signing an extension was based on you being satisfied. So were you satisfied? Regardless the rush. Just for the record, I was satisfied. Or we were satisfied.
Chair, we did an evaluation in accordance with the KPIs of the contract. And we have a report that was the basis of extension. The challenges that were in there were also honored, and we also had mechanisms of how we are going to mitigate them.
Can we have a copy of that report?
As they look for it here.
Kindly send it. We are going to analyze it. Don't worry. You just send it and they lay it for us on table.
Festival. Gakumina anga sinko me bila mukaga. You name it kololo airstrip. Hoking him toilet. Ye baby toilet tano. He made them cut them santo. What would I yobutano? King Sahabe Kowale. Yuka TV, NBS TV, NBS Music, Yuka Tunes, Capital FM Uganda, the Big Farmer.
And that's it for today. Till the next episode.
like a daily bando, like a daily bando, like a daily bando. Omuliro nguwulira muli mu mutima kukankana like drums. Kalakata, kalakata, erendungu ya kusabula. We gonna do free on fire, free on fire, free on fire.
August 2026 is here! And Yada for Life presents Mujatu Sinze 2026 Nsima Edition on Saturday 29th August 2026 at Imperial Royal Hotel with a lineup of heavenly voices and ministers. Are you grateful to God for what He has done and accomplished in your life? Do you have a reason to ultimately thank God for? Get your deluxe ticket for 30K, gold for 50K, platinum for 100K, and the table at 2 million. Doors open at 4 p.m. Buy your ticket at Unique Uniforms, Uganda House, and at House of Rest, former Fido Dido. For bookings and reservations, call 0760-595-316 or 0708-766-536. Mujatu Sinze 2026 Nsima Edition, and proudly sponsored by Yuga Tunes, Afro Mobile, Yuka TV, and NBS Music.
Better study tips. Protect your digital money from phishing scams. Be cautious of suspicious emails or texts asking you to click on links. Instead, visit the official website directly to ensure you're accessing a secure platform. In partnership with Uganda Communications Commission and NBS.
Reggae live in concert at Kolo Airstrip. Namusambu August. Chefuro chigenda kubera. Chomwa. Reggae zitandise okutundibwa ku Papa Sport Machindi, Jodkala Solutions Prime Complex, H&M Restaurant, Neku Crown Japan Katwe, Abembara, Ziriwa Kansara Harmony, Neku offices and Global Bus. Atekwa mtien momo, alebadi ya mitwale biri, kugeti ujajigu ya mitwale satu, VIP ya mitwale satu, ateku mliango ya mitwale tano. Nika kamunyenye mumukaga tano kamunyenye bili zero kadala, tiketi zikoma okutundibwa. Fulwa hakuna! Reggae! Yata hawesen Uganda namani, hati ninye tabembara, hababushenyi, higara, yantonde, habeibanda, rukunjiri, Muije murebo mwana wanyu Natera, Nat Honda. Bewagedwa.
Pepsi, thirsty for more.
Na Simbaland, Bitegekedwa, Abitex Promotions.
Every story begins in silence. In a village, along a street, in the heart of a dreamer no one notices. Yet stories hold the remarkable power to inspire, transform, and shape the future. The Uganda Film Festival, UFF, is back under the theme Transformation, the Power of Local Stories, to boldly celebrate creativity and talent that transforms our nation. Starting 21st to 28th August, enjoy the latest Ugandan films in cinemas and select screening venues and vote for your favorite films. Don't miss out on the transformational film workshops designed to inspire growth and creativity. Join us on 28th August to recognize, celebrate, and honor excellence in the film industry at the glamorous UFF Awards ceremony. For more information, call our toll-free number 0800 222 777, powered by the Uganda Communications Commission.
twatandikira kushemererwa jishuka mushigatirwa beshumuzi baguspo bakunda abaratere nanga tukashashanuka ukutaha muri mitwaro leta yepe mitwaro 20 tebos a miliyoni 3 hamwe na nita neza bamazireyo kumanya bukitiraho terazura mushanje 8 50 59 nkaga ninda bishagikirwe.
I'm Dr. Lawrence, Vice Chancellor of Victoria University. Right now, the world is being rewritten, and I want to show you exactly how. Artificial intelligence has already changed how we work, how we learn, and how we live. It's not coming, it's here. And the question every parent should be asking is your child's university moving with it or being left behind? Take education. This used to be the classroom. Chalkboards, rows of desks, one voice at the front of the room. Now, this is the classroom at Victoria University. AI tutors, real-time feedback, every student learning at the speed of their own brilliance. Healthcare is next. This is how diagnosis used to work. Slow, manual, guesswork. This is how our students train today. AI-powered diagnostics, simulation labs, predicting illness before symptoms even appears. This is the future of medicine, and it's being taught right here in Uganda. It doesn't stop there. The way we bank, the way we farm, the way we build, AI is quietly rewriting every single one. And East Africa cannot afford to watch from the sidelines. So if you're a parent and you want your son or daughter to lead, not follow, this new world, ask yourself, where should they be? At Victoria University, our students don't just learn about AI, they build with it every single day. Victoria University is not just adapting to the age of AI, we are leading it. The leading university in artificial intelligence in Uganda and across East Africa. The future is already being built. The only question is, will your child help build it? Victoria University, where Africa's AI future begins. Apply today.
We stood here a couple of years ago and we said, you remember about the Silicon Valley? And we saw the systems shake and shake and shake. Now I'm telling you, there are other systems that are about to shake and shake and shake.
Watch The Power of Prophecy with Prophet Elvis Mbonye this Saturday, 6:30 p.m. on NBS TV, Uganda.
For money where necessary, but also saving resources to help us run government and its infrastructural demands. In the 5 years when we had this wonderful pattern of ours, were there intentions by government to build its own capacity to take over? Because you can see it's like we are in a channel of donations. We are just continuing to donate. Now you can see from the 126 chair, as rightly said, that we have now turned to 36. So didn't we ever think of building capacity of our own in these 5 years to run these systems? And then I will just leave 1 or 2 questions with the minister, and I leave this wonderful engagement to continue. The Honorable Minister, you know that I run a border constituency, which is between Uganda and Kenya.
Are they in regard to the issue
yes,
you're handling?
Yes, it is in regard, because now we are talking of tolling, and I'm coming to that. Yes, and it happens to be the main artery that this country has in relation to generating revenue. Here we are talking of revenue. We are now distributing the revenue generated, and that's Malaba. But my problem is the congestion there, the accessibility to the border. People are saying even if tomorrow you put you toll those roads, they are willing to pay in order to generate more revenue, but also to develop our infrastructure. How I wish you could stand your foot and convince His Excellency the President that tolling of roads across the country will support us build infrastructure, but also mobilize resources. You are now doing roads within the suburbs of Kampala. Now, those roads have been slowing traffic because of their nature. They have been slowing traffic. Now that when the roads get fine, what is going to happen to the main highway leading us to the central business district? What plans are there to access the central business district? If it is tolling, do it. Because even world over, we have tolls run by big nations. What plans? I am foreseeing there's going to be too much jam to access the CBD, because all the suburbs will push cars in 2 minutes. Someone has reached the main road. 2 minutes, someone has reached the main road. So let's look at that, such that we are able to move on and support ourselves. Finally, in 2020, as a roads committee of Tororo, with a very wide road network, we sent a letter to your office requesting some few key roads that are linking us to other districts and are very, very highly busy roads to be taken over by the center. But to date, over 5 reminders have come. Chair, kindly handle that. Thank you.
Do you want them to respond? Let them respond. We want to go to data analysis. Okay, Honorable Fred and Alex.
Thank you, Chair. I want, as they respond, the contract of Pinnacle now. Who signed this contract extension on behalf of Pinnacle? As you respond, please you give us. Because that will give us insights into who are the directors of Pinnacle. Because we could be meandering, circumlocuting around, yet everything is rotating on the ownership of the company where the vested interest is. Then lastly, Chair, Engineer Menya mentioned here in his last presentation that Pinnacle was given an assignment. I think we have learned lawyers here. We have 2 distinct legal jargons here. You have innovation, you have assignments. These are completely different things, sir. With innovation, there are 4 features. 1, the new agreement. 2, all parties must agree. 3, the old deal dies. And then lastly, the duty moves. Now the duty moves from Igis to Pinnacle. And when the duty moves, Igis has no responsibility whatsoever after the takeover. Why is Igis here? If this was innovation. Again, you are circumlocuting that Pinnacle was given assignment. Sir, may you elucidate vehemently. I beg to submit.
Honorable Alex.
Thank you, Chair. I just have one more question. And that one more question is on the evaluation of that original contract with Aegis. You articulated very well that you had no capacity then to do such works of tolling industry. So I would want to know, did you solicit for external support for evaluation of the proposals, or you did it yourself and when you were half-baked? I want to know.
You answer quickly.
On the issue of evaluation, like I said, the level of skilled personnel, the type of Joans, they were given capacity, they participated in preparing the PORs because they did benchmarking and went all over. But what we said was the next level of capacity of doing the actual toll operations. That's why there was lack of capacity.
And I think capacity is that one, is doing the actual toll operations. That's when you will understand what is within the scope of the people who have forwarded the proposals.
Chair.
No, let them respond.
Yeah, I wanted the directors, and this one should come from the PS and the minister. Yeah, the directors, because they are on the paper. Somebody can say Swaka is the chair of the committee when the clerk and speaker knows it is Honorable Park. So I want them to, yes. The
directors of
Pinnacle.
Pinnacle?
Yeah.
Honorable Chair, I say document here, April 2026. It is an innovation agreement between the Government Republic of Uganda, represented by Ministry of Access and Transport, and Aegis Road Operations, South Africa, and the Pinnacle Security Limited. According to the records available, the designated authorized representative of Pinnacle is Moses Mariamujura Masco. It's not Viarohanga, it is Moses Mariamujura Masco. That is the designated authorized representative of Pinnacle Security Limited. Then according to the records available here, as of May 2026, designated representative of Aegis Operations, the general manager is Ivan Katamba. That's what we have on record. I beg to lay this report to you to verify.
Honorable Fred, you look like you are itching.
The information available when you search for these companies, they are very divergent from the ones the minister has read. But for purpose of this, since it's the one who has laid, it is fine. So this creates a lacuna now, which warrants deeper investigations. Because why these things are becoming, Chair, the largest bulk of corruption is in procurement in Uganda. And why very powerful people put their hands there. And that's why when you try to investigate these things deeper, they want to crush you. I want to extend the same to marry the two with Minister, you were not there when we were interfacing with the Uganda Railway Corporations. Bwana Minister, we realized that 394 Ugandan wagons are missing. Why were they missing? Because Rift Valley Railways handed over to Uganda Railway Corporation. There is no handover report, no inventories, nothing. And a letter was written as submitted by, I think, the managing director. The Minister of Finance by then ordered that handover should take place even without handover report. And immediately on that very same day, the letter was received. So, how different is Aegis and Pinnacle from Uganda Railway Corporation and Rift Valley Railways? I beg to submit.
They're asking you, you are looking at me.
Maybe, Honorable, you come again in your question. Also, the English is complicated from you. It is making people get lost. Maybe you come back on your question.
Yes, Chair.
It's a simplified.
I think I was a little bit.
He's just trying to understand
very simple.
the difference.
What I'm just bringing a similarity analysis between Aegis and Pinnacle, Uganda Railway Corporation and Rift Valley Railways, because these are the two are within your dockets. When we interfaced with Uganda Railway Corporation, we asked for the handover report. It wasn't there. We asked who authorized the handover without the handover report, and then the inventories.
Honorable, just ask a question in regards to this.
Yes. Now, with Pinnacle, you, Engineer Menya, talked about innovation, and again talked about assignment, and yet these are two different things. So, I was asking, who warranted innovation? Did the Ministry of Works warrant innovation or assignment to Pinnacle? Because if it is an assignment, Aegis completely now disappears and is not responsible at all to what we are doing here. why is IGIS here if it was innovation? 2, you have again said it is assignment. If it is assignment, that means IGIS still retains the right to answer all the things. Then why do we have Pinnacle here? It goes back to the first question I asked. What is the difference between IGIS and Pinnacle? Are the two not the same? Isn't the difference the similarity? I beg to submit.
Honorable, ask and we go to data analysis.
Thank you, Chair. Chair, out of several problems that we have experienced in the country, especially under procurement, we were forced to introduce a new form that takes us deeper to who owns the company, who are the beneficial owners of that company. If an assessment was made, can you kindly furnish the chair with the beneficial owners form, if possible, of IGIS and the Pinnacle?
Okay, respond.
Dr. No, we shall provide as requested, in addition to the earlier missing documents to the chair. We shall press for it.
Okay, we go to data analysis. But it's very embarrassing, Ministry of Works. You have you construct a road, you anticipate in 5 years you are going to get about 146 billion from that road, and you give a contractor to manage it at 122 billion. The government is taking just 20 billion. Really, it is very embarrassing. But let's go to data analysis. Pinnacle, you have your data? Microphone.
I would like to ask which data, please.
Data for the toll collections.
Are you referring to the records that that I submitted to you?
All the records regarding collection at the toll.
Yes.
You have it now?
Not all. Right now, no.
Kindly give the committee your collections for the month of January 2022.
Okay.
You just open the laptop and read them out.
Honorable Chair, according to what you submitted to us, this is on page 4 data from the committee, which I think it would also be out of your head, but that data needs to be analyzed. Then this book can answer from the informed consent of view, because you have given us data.
No, Ministry already gave us their data.
So this one on page 4
we are going to show you how we have compared.
How we have arrived at this.
The Ministry already gave us theirs. Now we want Pinnacle to officially give us theirs.
Okay.
The month of January 2022, what were the total collections?
According to this document that we submitted to you last week, it's 2,347,691,900.
Okay. Now, according to the information we picked from your system, when we visited you, we have 2.4 billion 81,744,000, a deficit of 134 million.
Well, I would like to verify that, sir.
Okay.
Which was shared with you.
December 2023, what were your collections? We have just sampled 5 months.
The collections, according to this document, were 3,950,124,200.
We have a collection of 4,295,887,000, a deficit of 345,762,800. So your collections for November 2024? 4,212,978,581. 4 billion? 4 billion? Just repeat.
212,978,581.
Ministry of Works, according to the information you gave us for November 2024, what were the collections?
Excuse me, that is for December 2024, not November. I believe you asked for December 2024.
Okay, sorry, give us November 2024.
For November 2024, it was 3,782,319,988.
According to the information we picked from your internal auditor's laptop, there's a deficit of 407 million. Okay, December 2025, what were your collections?
You're saying December 2025?
No, I'm talking about December 2025.
Yes, it's...
In a digital world, not everything is what it seems. False stories today spread faster than truth, leaving us all wondering what's real. Disinformation misleads, misinformation misguides and spreads confusion and fear. Dismiss, a campaign to help you think critically, question wisely, and verify thoroughly. Join us. Let's build a more informed Uganda, one truth at a time. Dismiss, inquire, verify, confirm. Together, let's fight fake news.
The parent is Tuliahewa Dixon. And the child is Tuliahewa Esther.
Kambera gwete kwa mugisha ngo ishe watuyayewa Esther wahangura school fees ngene na hateja shana amashemero bagonka MTN momo eberewo mbeni nyegasta igana kaga ni 5 sta munana 0 hash kushashuro mwana school fees tokoma nyo musheri zagwije wanje ninga nchaka ngwasa kuzo wawe mwebare munonga.
Bana Uganda muwulire kitabanga wo bajjukira process ekutuusaako Irene Namatuvu atuuse mu Kampala ku Serena Hotel ng'abiri mu August musajja atuumye strong woman live okuyira emitwalo 10 yepi emitwalo 15 ku gate alebadde emitwalo 10 ate meza ya milioni 3 ticket zitondibwa ku Passport ku John Color Solutions ne ku Serena Hotel wennyene Irene Namatuvu yasinga mu kyabayita authentic Uganda rhythms enkuba ya Afro pop egatta engoma ya wano n'ekidongo ono ya Afrima Award winner best female artist mu East Africa choreography ya Irene Namatuvu screen stage n'amatala abiri mu August Serena Hotel mwana watu naba muwerekeddeko fogo kalempiza bimami bijje be strong woman ebikoze sente z'ekikazi twagala byana byeskoba bimadulo
kyoza sente ziwawereza ku simu zabaddemu ekicupuli ky'etaano wereza endala
twagidwa KCB Bank Newman's bakola obumpwati Victoria University Uniform Pepsi Mount Caleb International School Bwalula Geneva Logistics Afro Mobile Nesanyuka TV.
Looking for a household cleaner that truly delivers? Meet Apo, the antibacterial cleaning powder for bathrooms and surfaces. Apo is formulated for 3-dimensional cleaning. It's a scouring agent that scrubs off dirt and stains, a germicide that kills 99.9% of household germs, and it works with water to wash everything away, leaving your bathrooms and ceramics hygienic and sparkling clean. Keep up hygiene standards without breaking the budget. Switch to Apo today. Apo is available at supermarkets and convenience stores countrywide.
This year's maiden grand gospel show is the Mascot Live in Very Well concert. On the 14th of August 2026 is going to be Damasco Live, boning us with this great gospel music at Dendere Cultural Center. Entrance is 20K and 50K VIP. A table goes for 2 million. Get your ticket today from carrytickets.com. For more information, call 0702-832-568. Sponsored by NBS Music, Sanyuka Afromobile, Jeff Godwin, Newman Foods, QC Restaurant, Pal Automotives, Crown Japan Katwe, and Stream Road Safaris.
Some moments make headlines, others quickly shape our nation, but every moment matters. This August, step into Uganda's story through the eyes of one of its finest visual storytellers. Through the Lens is back. Bigger, bolder, more compelling than ever before. This August 7th, 2026. Witness the defining moments that shaped our nation, from the intensity of the 2026 general elections to the strength of our communities, the beauty of our culture, the courage of our leaders, and the resilience of our ordinary Ugandans whose stories deserve to be seen. Every frame tells a story. Through the Lens, Season 2. Experience Uganda's stories, one frame at a time.
Abanyamusalela abanyamukako muko wamawuno aguse n'omwana w'omukalatinamu universe inembalala gatano Septemba 2026 kokuyingira kugenda kwa mutwalo vyepe emitwalo 2 golde emitwalo 5 ate platinum ya kakane ate ngambe tani kulanga kulala universe inembalala gatano Septemba 2026 yelini Paso Festival.
Join renowned Pan-African Bishop Joshua Maponga Marara III from Zimbabwe as the keynote speaker at the 9th Pan-African Pyramid Global Awards 2026 and 12th anniversary dinner, to be held on the 29th of August 2026 at Munyonyo Speak Resort from 2 p.m. The theme is honoring the humanitarian legacy of Comrade Rajiv Ruparelia. Book your dinner card now on 0757 342 317 or 0782 342 317. This is the true awakening of African Renaissance. Come, let's rekindle our roots. Africa, don't agonize, organize. Powered by
that the transactions recorded from the tolling system were equivalent to the video footage. But it also explained that there were some discrepancies, largely from misclassifications. And there is proof that when a misclassification is identified, IGIS banks that money. If you check the statements, there are indications of when IGIS has banked money from misclassifications. So the ministry has put in place stringent controls with regards to toll revenue management.
You see, Engineer Joan, we want to know, because for us we have the bank statements already, but we want to know from your side. You are the one supposed to protect us. You are the one supposed to represent us. What system do you have in place to ensure all our money is deposited? You said you are monitoring and everything, but now it has come to our attention, you rely on their data from the software and systems, internal, you call it internal monitoring system that they set up. We want to know you as a ministry independently. Because who audits the company that is collecting for us? You are engineers. Who audits the company?
Chair, I don't know if I got you right.
Who audits?
Aegis?
Aegis, whatever I want to call it, Aegis or Pinnacle, who audits them?
Pinnacle has their own internal audit systems.
And we are aware.
However, however,
from your side, it is simple.
Chair,
who
recently,
audits? Don't tell us recently. This has been since 2022. Who has been auditing these companies? Because they are collecting money on our behalf.
I don't know if I got you right, but yeah.
Okay, let me phrase it this way. We know they have a private auditor. KPMG, if I read their bank's audited books of accounts very well, but that's their private arrangement. Now you as Uganda, who is auditing on our behalf?
On behalf of government, recently we had Auditor General.
Recently, because the Auditor General last audited in 2023.
Chair, it is Auditor General audited us this year.
This year?
Yes.
He audits per year?
Auditor General undertook a systems audit on the Kampala-Entebbe Expressway, which was a comprehensive audit. We had an exit meeting about a month ago.
Has that report been published?
I am not sure, but not yet published.
So the Auditor General has just audited.
They audited.
Now, since 2022, who was auditing them?
They audited an entire period from the beginning of the tolling operations to the date they came.
Okay. Yeah. If at all he has come in and he has audited now, of which a report has not yet come out, you as Minister of Work since 2022 when you issued these contracts, who has been auditing them to make sure the money through that period you have even renewed, meaning you are satisfied, but you actually don't have an audited report to prove that our money has been going to the bank? Because even the report you are referring to is not yet out. We don't have it. We have not seen it.
Honorable Chair, like the Minister said, that indeed when RAPEX happened and we transitioned, we accept that we inherited some challenges and we are ready to be guided.
But that is no, don't insult our intelligence. That is the project manager. He has been saying this is a very good project, they are banking for us our money. So we are asking him on behalf of Uganda.
Chair, I have, like I said earlier, I've been project manager since May last year.
So there's someone else.
Within that year, I actually triggered the report that you have, the 30-day revenue check.
Why? Did you suspect anything?
No, I wanted to be sure of what I'm managing as a person. I wanted to be sure of what I'm managing because this is revenue that is involved, there's traffic and all that. So I wanted to be sure of what is managing. So we sanctioned that, which we would term an internal audit on our side. We went and did a 30-day parallel check on the system, match for match, and the findings are in that report. As you see them in there, we were as honest as possible because we wanted to make improvements.
So you are telling us the mistakes of the past were done by someone else?
Yeah, I don't want to put blame. But on my side, when I came in as a contract manager, it was just my own initiative that I needed to know what I'm managing, and that's why we did that revenue check.
You were there when they renewed this contract, were you not?
Yes, I was.
And you didn't bother to look for an audited report? You just approved. You said these people are very good. Let's renew.
So we did an evaluation.
I don't want evaluation because for us to know our money has been banked, there must be an audited report. So you just renewed based on, okay, the toll is working.
So after the revenue check that we undertook, which results you have with you, you will notice that the discrepancy which is there is misclassification, which is a system challenge. However, the number of records that are recorded in there are equivalent to what we counted. So the system challenges, as we were guided by the Honorable Minister, are things that we are going to improve going forward. But on my side, as the contract manager, from the 30-day check that I undertook, I was satisfied that what we found within that month was actually equivalent.
Who gave you the data you used to evaluate? Where did you get this data?
We had access to the system on a daily. We were there present, working alongside Aegis for 30 days within the toll booth and
I want to bring it to your attention that we also went and had access to that system. But this time from the internal audit. And with the help of CID and the company of some members, we also retrieved data, which I believe is more or less true. Because this is from their internal audit. And it's totally different from what you have. Instead, what you have is the same as what they have submitted. Totally different from what we got from their internal auditor's laptop. Deputy Chair.
Now that
Chair,
oh sorry.
Like my colleague said before, that expressway itself is a very fantastic innovation. But the problem is just this issue of money. Chair, I want to tell you what's happening in the Democratic Republic of Congo. They will just say, for instance, Engineer Tio, you are going to collect first taxes in the entire West Nile. And it will be up to me to disclose to them how much I have collected. And the moment I say I've collected 30 billion, everyone kneels down and starts clapping. And they salute me without any controls on the audit. I still maintain my position at the beginning that every lucrative mistake has got its stakeholders. There are people benefiting from this project. How long is the current contract of Pinnacle remaining? About 10 months?
Yeah.
I think one of the worst mistakes in Uganda will be that in the next 10 months, we've not developed our own capacity, or we have not handed over the collection of this revenue to a competent entity like Uganda Revenue Authority. That will be the worst mistake we shall have made as a country. Thank you, Chair.
Honorable Maju.
Thank you, Honorable Chair. Before I'd requested for the articles and memorandum of association of Pinnacle, I've been going through them. And in those articles, there's no article that allows you to collect money from the toll gate. That is corruption, number one. The procurement team, I want to see the faces of procurement team, if they're here. They are not here because they are corrupt.
Honorable, that's your conclusion.
Number two.
Hours will be made.
Number two. I will ask for the experience of Pinnacle, because that's the basis of getting the project. So that means you did not meet the criteria. That tells us, I want to borrow the words of my other honorable colleagues, that this is a deal. So it seems this deal is a deal of people of Ministry of Works and Transport. So that's why you also extended this project when the Pinnacle did not, perform well in the last years. It's because you wanted your deal to continue. So we have now known that through your chair, if procurement was here, I would have asked that they write us a statement as to why they gave a contract to a company that did not even have experience. That even in the articles of memorandum, in their own articles of memorandum, did not have this specific bit of collection of money from the toll gate. Thank you.
Honorable Maju, then Honorable Fred.
Thank you, Chair. Chair, for the time that we have spent here, I think I first of all want to categorically state that from my perspective, we are not getting satisfactory responses, and I think that speaks a lot to the kind of inquiry that we are doing. But Chair, since we are looking at the system, I have two critical questions. Number one, when you look at the contract with Aegis in 2021, there was a specific requirement for Aegis to actually give this country an automatic vehicle classifier. That is part of the things that they were supposed to do in the contract. They were also supposed to provide an overload control system, and they were also supposed to provide road safety attenuators. If you look at the contract, those items were valued at about 1.6 billion Uganda shillings. I can confirm confidently that these systems were not procured or they were not implemented as per the contract. So I'm just curious to know why these deliverables for all that period of time have actually remained unimplemented, and there is no one who is raising a red flag, or if the red flag is being raised, no one is actually following to see that we resolve this. Or they have been warned. It could be true. But I would also like to know, are there any sanctions that we have given to Aegis or Pinnacle for breach of contract? Because this is loss to the people of Uganda. Chair, Joanne spoke about two systems. She talked about the toll. She talked about the tolling system, and then the traffic and revenue collection. Chair, I also wish to bring to your attention that when we checked, we actually established on the toll system the unsupported toll exemptions. In the system, you have about 9,777 toll exemptions. When you convert that into our currency, it's about 53.8 million. These toll exemptions were granted without actually any supporting justification, 9,777. Additionally, you had about 16,175 free passage transactions, and those were worth 106 million Uganda shillings. All this could not be verified. Now, I want to know who actually authorizes these exemptions. Who is that person who is in charge of authorization of those exemptions? And then why would nearly 10,000 unsupported exemptions be permitted or ignored? Chair, I beg to submit. There are so many questions, but we will go according to the subject matter of the discussions we are having. I submit.
Just some information. When we asked them during our visit with some members here, there was a month where they had about 4,000 exemptions. And when we asked, they said the president's convoy is the one that is exempted, and ambulances and fire trucks, if I remember well. Now the question is, how many times does the president cross, and how many vehicles does he use a day? Or how many ambulances roughly cross that road to have 4,000 exemptions in a month? But we shall know. Honorable Fred.
Thank you so much, Chair. One question will go to Joanne and Menya. The two categorically made it clear here and it's on record that they have very stringent monitoring systems in place. I'm asking, can both of you account for the discrepancies? With the stringent monitoring systems you have in place, can you account for the recurrent discrepancies? That is one. Then the second one is on Iggy's Pinnacle, which is now Pinnacle Iggy's. You extended the contract of Iggy's through Pinnacle, okay, in the name of Pinnacle, at a cost of 36 billion for 1 year.
Remember the songs that made you sing, the moments that made you dance, the voice that captured a generation. Now, Grace Nachimera is back on stage. Join us for the Power of Grace Live Concert, a spectacular evening celebrating the music, the memories, the journey, and the incredible voice that has inspired audiences for years. Friday, 11th September 2026 at Kampala Serena Hotel. Early bird tickets 130,000 shillings, ordinary 150,000 shillings, and tables 3 million shillings. The Power of Grace Concert is sponsored by
Billions are invested, promises are made, projects are launched. But what happens after the ribbon is cut? Are public fans delivering results? Are communities seeing the impact? Every Sunday, NBS Television follows the money, audits the promises, and examines the projects shaping Uganda with facts, evidence, and voices from the ground. Fixing Uganda, auditing progress, demanding accountability. Every Sunday, only on NBS Television.
Omweshongozi wawe ririye nabasoma kweshongori kaenda yawe nowatine ruhanga yakukunda nakukunda isyataya ekitagurira ekituletera Kampala omuli Serena Hotel ebiro 30 bikomena n'umwaka kutandika na shamwenda emiryango neza kuba yigwirwa twatandikira kushemererwa jishuka ngo shigatirwa beshongozi ba gospel bakunda abaratere nanga tukashashanoka ukutaha muri mitwaro leta VIP mitwaro 20 tebos a miliyoni 3 hamwe na nita neza bamazireyo kumanya bukitiraho erazura mushanje 8 50 59 nkaga ninda bishagikirwe
Koneke Kololo Festival ya King Saha King Saha fuze songa King Saha fuze King Saha Katana lumisiza Kololo Mutondeke Kololo Festival Gakumina nyanga 5 mukaga Yonebe Kololo Airstrip Hokinge mtwale bidi Yepe mitwale tano Emeze ya mkande msanju Waluoine yobu tano King Saha beko wale Yuka TV, NBS TV, NBS Music, Yuka Tunes, Capital FM Uganda, the beat from
Every tricolor flag tells a story. Every anthem stirs a memory. Every Independence Day reminds us of the courage, sacrifice, and unwavering spirit that shaped a nation. This 79th India Independence Day, celebrate with Radio Walla by sharing your personalized independence Independence Day message across Radio Wala, Next Radio, and NBS TV, reaching thousands across Uganda and beyond. Join us in honoring the spirit of freedom while showcasing your brand as part of this meaningful celebration. Special India Independence Day advertising packages start from 1 million Uganda shillings. Reserve your spot today. Call or WhatsApp 0774 290 800. Radio Wala. Let's play.
Reggae live in concert at Kolo Airstrip na Musambu August chefuro chigenda kubera echomwaka tikati za Reggae zitandise okutundibwa ku Papa Sport Machindi John Color Solutions Prime Complex H&M Restaurant ne ku Crown Japan Katwe abembara ziri wa Kansala Harmony ne ku offices za Global Bus ate kwa MTN Momo ale badi ya mitwale 2 ku gate ujaji kwa mitwale 3 VIP ya mitwale 3 ate ku mulyango ya mitwale 5 niga kamunyenye mu mkaga 5 kamunyenye 20 kadala tiketi zikoma okutundibwa kulwa kuna Reggae yata hawesen Uganda namani ati ninye tabembara ababushenyi igara yantonde abeibanda rukunjiri muije murebo mwana wanyu nachtera nach Honda bewagedwa
Pepsi, thirsty for more.
na Simbaland bitegekedwa Abitex Promotions.
Join renowned Pan-African Bishop Joshua Maponga Marara III from Zimbabwe as the keynote speaker at the 9th Pan-African Pyramid Global Awards 2026 and 12th anniversary dinner to be held on the 29th of August 2026 at Munyonyo Speak Resort from 2 p.m. The theme is honoring the humanitarian legacy of Comrade Rajiv Ruparelia. Book your dinner card now on 0757 342 317 or 0782 342 317. This is the true awakening of African Renaissance. Come, let's rekindle our roots. Africa, don't agonize, organize. Powered by
Bana Uganda muwulire ekitabanga wo bajjukira process ekutuusaako Irene Namatuvu atuuse mu Kampala ku Serena Hotel nga 21 August musajja atuumye Strong Woman live okuyira emitwalo 10 yepi emitwalo 15 ku gate ale badi emitwalo 10 ate emmeeza ya milioni 3 ticket zitundibwa ku Papa Sport ku John Color Solutions ne ku Serena Hotel wennyene Irene Namatuvu yasinga mu kyabayita authentic Uganda rhythms enkuba ya Afro pop egatta engoma ya wano n'ekidongo ono ya Afrima Award winner best female artist mu East Africa choreography ya Irene Namatuvu screen stage n'amataala 21 August Serena Hotel mwana watu naba muwerekeddeko fogo galempiza bimami bijje be Strong Woman ebikoze sente z'ekikazi twagala byana byeskoba bimadulo
kyoza sente ziwawereza ku simu zabaddemu ekicupuli ky'etaano wereza endala
twagidwa KCB Bank Newman's bakola obumpwati Victoria University Euroform Pepsi Mount Caleb International School Bwalula Geneva Logistics Afro Mobile Nesanyuka TV.
Before accepting the system. Thank you.
Kindly respond, but
Vice Chair.
Joan, during your private analysis, did you come across a situation where in some months the number of vehicles is not equivalent to the amount of money by class?
Chair, I beg to seek further clarification because the revenue is against the payment mode. So the number of vehicles can be 50, but if 40 pay cash, then and 10 pay using card, there is a different payment regime for the card.
Yes, we have classified that already because the data we have shows those who have paid cash.
Yes.
So the question was, did you come up, it's a simple question just for the record. Did you come up, did you find an anomaly in the amount of money per month versus vis-a-vis the vehicles per class and those that pay cash?
Purely against those that pay cash. Whenever we have such anomalies,
Did you
usually
find?
Yes, we found some
Okay,
anomalies.
that's enough. Can you respond to the questions?
Chair, one small thing. I needed these officers because I'm on the supply of these equipment which count and what the technical. Can we get to know when English supplied whether those items were put in the stores, the goods received, and the technical person who verified what they supplied? Because why I'm bringing that, Chair, I want to know what they supplied vis-a-vis what the Chinese contractor already installed. And through you, Chair, if they can bring that contract of the Chinese, you will see that he had supplied everything. This one here might have been either air supply, or you get one item and do double accountability. So if it's there, can we know whether the internal auditor verified, whether the user department then verified, and whether the stores, because it's part of government, you supply on government, whether it's part of now of the government. Thank you.
But the accounting officer, you're very peaceful.
Chair, I carried these technical people to explain these technical issues. But the one thing that I request
Is the microphone on?
Yes.
Okay.
Chair,
You are speaking peacefully as well.
We are doing our best to improve this system. We've even appointed an accountant, she's here, who now does daily reconciliations. She's there, Rowena.
Where is Rowena?
So, Chair, we are trying to improve these systems. We acknowledge there are gaps, which our own report has pointed out, and those are the gaps that we are trying to close. But we have also indicated that from all these, we are going to now advertise for this contract with new terms. That is what we are doing. And Chair, we assure you that by the time this contract ends, we would have advertised and gotten a better deal than what we have. So we are doing our best, Chair, to improve on our systems. That is all I can say. The rest, the technical team can explain. And about systems, I would request the manager ICT to also explain about the records and why the system has restrictions. I thank you, Chair.
Chair, clarification maybe before.
Clarification.
Thank you very much. I want to draw your attention to page 4 of this, because we asked this question, but I just want to draw your attention to page 4. There are specific areas looking at the collections, the revenue, from Jan to May. You will notice that on the percentage difference, we did not as a surplus, but that is supposed to be a deficit. So those percentage differences, please consider them as deficit. And then through you, Chair, if I could just ask my last question for the day and submit for the team to respond. So when we also looked at your statements, the financial statements, yeah, specifically 2024, 2025, 2024-2025, there is a revenue variance of about 22.49 billion. 22.49 billion. Yeah, I don't know if, engineer, you picked that in the review. We just want you to explain why you would have such a big variance.
That is when?
2024-2025 financial year.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. We just want you to explain that, and that will be my last question for today. Thank you very much.
Chair, has now Pinnacle brought its system? Because the other English, they brought a new system and their money was 24 billion. Has now English taken away the system? If they are using the same system, how come somebody who has not brought a system is being given at a higher what? A higher rate. So in India, I start with that one. Someone who has not brought a system, who has not brought the equipment, or they have now brought. If they have brought, can we look at what the auditor looked at? And you said you are agreeing at the same. So can we see? Thank you.
Respond.
Thank you, Chair. I will start by breaking down the contract for Pinnacle, which is the extension. Under the contract, we have items A to H, and one is performance-based operation and maintenance, which is valued at 11 billion. 11 billion divided by 12 months is roughly about the 1 billion that we've been paying Aegis. We have the one-off design.
Engineer Isaac, yes. I read that contract, especially the one with Aegis. You are supposed to be giving these people money quarterly. You are giving to them monthly.
Yes.
Why?
There's the conditions of contract were in contradiction with that quarterly payment. So there was a clarification which was got from Solicitor General, which okayed the monthly payments. There was a contradiction in the contract. So there is a record.
Can you send us
onto that?
Solicitor General's? Give it to us. Joan has many files.
We'll clarify. We'll submit the internal reviews and that gave to that okayed the monthly payment. Yeah.
Okay. Joan, we may have to see what's in those files. But at the end, we will need to see what you had brought for us.
Right. The next part is the one-off design and construction works, which is 1.667 billion. And then there is a 10% contingency. No, this is for the entire contract. The one-off design and construction works, as the honourable member rightly said, one of the items which wasn't concluded was the overload control system, which we haven't paid to date. The reason was that we failed to find a suitable place to install the weigh-in-motion bridges that are accurate for enforcement. So we've decided to go static. It's the reason we haven't paid this money. 10% contingency on the above, which is 2.35 billion. At measured road maintenance works. Now, at measured road maintenance works, you realize that the Entebbe Expressway is not fully fenced off. Of recent, we've started getting stray animals, some people daring to cross. You should have seen ex-posts. And we intend to open the boundaries of the expressway and then continue the fencing all through. So part of it is here. Secondly, this also covers the physical damage due to accidents of the guardrails and the lighting. That needs replacement, otherwise the expressway would get dark. Improvement of road safety signages, plus a host of other ad-measured works that improve the performance of the road. Then E and F, the 1.2 billion and the 3 billion is the contingency amount, and then a physical contingency, and the other one is the price variation. Price variation is only on the ad-measured works. We don't have a price variation on the performance-based operations. They are fixed lump sum, and they've been fixed ever since 2021, despite the changes in the market dynamics. And then lastly, there is a VAT component, which is 18%, which is 5.5 billion. So the 36 billion is an outstanding amount from what we had paid Aegis at the time. And there is no guarantee, which is a question, to answer the question that was put to us, that we probably owe Aegis 67 billion. We do not. This is a performance-based contract. It is paid as you perform. So there is no guarantee that this 36 billion is going to be spent within the next 10 months. It has its own accounting centers here that as we spend according to performance. Just like we manage the five years and we never exhausted the 122 billion. Chair, that is the clarification on the 36 billion.
Can I get, maybe I peruse through that so that the people of Taleja can ask some additional questions as they answer the others. Through you, Chair.
Please.
Yes, PS, I think.
And Honour Chair, as he gets to another, it is now clear, as per your presentation, that Aegis actually did not perform to the satisfaction and therefore never warranted extension. Now, we have extended at a much higher cost. Why?
Honorable Fred, in addition to that, it will look like Aegis now said, we have mentored a child here. He's called Pinnacle. I highly recommend the new child for you for adoption. Therefore, there was no need for due diligence. They just pressed enter and the contract was produced.
Honorable Alex, lastly, then.
In addition, do you see at this rate, do you see yourselves going to pay off this loan in the next 30 years? Actually now 25. When you are creating expenses on daily basis. Thank you.
And you know, the fact that you committed us to such an arrangement, for example, now 1 year, our average revenue from those stores is about 42 billion. You have given a private contractor 36 billion. All that loss we make in interests, someone must account for it. I'm just giving a heads up on what is going to come at the end of the report. You can answer the questions.
Chair, I just reiterate that the 36 billion is not an expenditure of 1 year. In our report, the annual report that we shall present a copy, we have the summarized expenditure per year. And
what was the total sum of the contract for 1 year?
The contract is 5 years, Chair.
No, the renewed one.
The renewed one.
For 1 year.
It's a performance-based contract.
Total sum of how much?
It is 36 billion.
Okay.
Yeah.
You can proceed.
Okay. Maybe to give the assurance that we made a total revenue projection where we indicated the projected revenue. And like we said, right now we stand at 28% what we are spending on maintaining the road compared to what we are collecting.
What was your projected revenue?
Chair, we will have that.
For this 1 year, before you gave out this 36 billion, what was your projected revenue?
Based on the performance of last year we generated 47 billion for the entire year. This year, if you factor in a 5% increment in traffic, assuming all market dynamics remain the same, would go to somewhere beyond 50.
Have you looked at the collections from January to June?
Yes.
What is the amount?
The total, I don't have it offhand. It's somewhere in the reports, but we'll provide it.
Honour Chair.
January to June is 22 billion so far.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And you are projecting how much?
Chair, we have peak times where we get this, where revenue increases.
Yes, you have seen the graph. That is December.
Yeah. This year had the challenge. If you remember, January was one of those months where movement was restricted. That affected us.
Okay, let's base on the 2 years. What was your total collection last year? It's in the same range, nevertheless. And that January didn't have challenges.
2025 was 47 billion.
Chair, on the document which the officer gave me, I was trying to get guidance from the clerk. Chair, it is what? It's 5 years. Okay, Honour Chair, this document, is this the original? Is this your original?
That's a copy, but it's not different from the original. That was part of, it was part of the innovation agreement, but we split it. So but we shall submit.
Is it the original?
No, it's not.
Okay. Because Chair, the document is submitting here. It's not even signed. Nobody can own it. Even I was asking the clerk. Maybe you take, because I have questions. Because tomorrow.
You ask the questions as they sign.
So, Honour Chair, the questions I was raising, because the 122 here, the contract, they said contract scope, the 122 million engineer, is it for 1 year, for 5 years? The first column. Second, this one here.
That is 5 years.
Okay. This is the 5 years. Then the last one is for 1 year.
Chair, I beg to give some clarification in relation to that. The 36 billion is not a new contract. It's an extension of the Aegis contract. So we could not amend the contract sum. But there is no guarantee that we are going to spend the 36 billion in the remaining time of 1 year. We are not in a rush.
36 billion is
Yes.
a new contract. Reason as to why it's a new contract. Did you get approval from Solicitor General?
It's a novation of the contract.
Yes, but it is a new contract. The novation is different from the 36. The novation was a transition of two companies. And that was just before the expiry.
The Miss Uganda 2026 journey to the crown is calling. Are you confident, intelligent, ambitious, and ready to represent the Pearl of Africa? Register now. Log on to missuganda.org. Celebrating 15 years of true Ugandan beauty. Follow the search on StarTimes Makula Chika starting 31st of July every Friday to Sunday at 8 p.m. Sponsored by partner sponsors V&A Sherry, Vaseline, U-Home, 7 Days International, Evervest Malt, and the lead sponsor, Opain Uganda. Alcohol is not for sale to persons under the age of 18. Please drink responsibly.
And that's it for today. Till the next episode.
Like a daily bando, like a daily bando, like a daily bando. Omuliro nguwulira muli mu mutima kukankana like drums. Kalakata, kalakata, endungu ya kusabula. We gonna do free on fire, free on fire, free on fire.
The world world is going digital and creativity is no longer just a passion, it's a pathway. Next Creator is building dignified job opportunities for young people by turning creativity into real careers. It's about more than just content. It's about learning digital skills that lead to sustainable income, branding yourself with confidence, understanding influence and the digital economy. Next Creator equips young creatives with the tools they need to grow, adapt, and thrive in a fast-changing world. If you want to turn your ideas into opportunities, if you want to make creativity work for you, this is where you start. Next Creator, your skills, your future, your opportunity.
This year's maiden grand gospel show is the Mascot Live in Very Well concert. On the 14th of August 2026, it's going to be the Mascot Live, bounding us with this great gospel music at the Ndere Cultural Center. Entrance is 20K and 50K VIP. Our temple goes for 2 million. Get your ticket today from carrytickets.com. For more information, call 0702-832-568. Sponsored by NBS Music, Sanyuka Afromobile, Jeff Godwin, Newman Fords, QC Restaurant, Pal Automotives, Crown Japan Katwe, and Stream Road Safaris.
Some moments make headlines, others quickly shape our nation, but every moment matters. This August, step into Uganda's story through the eyes of one of its finest visual storytellers. Through the Lens is back. Bigger, bolder, more compelling than ever before. This August 7th, 2026. Witness the defining moments that shaped our nation, from the intensity of the 2026 general elections to the strength of our communities, the beauty of our culture, the courage of our leaders, and the resilience of our ordinary Ugandans whose stories deserve to be seen. Every frame tells a story. Through the Lens, Season 2. Experience Uganda's stories, one frame at a time.
We stood here a couple of years ago and we said, you remember about the Silicon Valley? And we saw the systems shake and shake and shake. Now I'm telling you, there are other systems that are about to shake and shake and shake.
Watch The Power of Prophecy with Prophet Elvis Mbonye this Saturday, 6:30 p.m. on NBS TV, Uganda.
On Saturday, August 15, 2026, Radio Wala invites you to celebrate India's Independence Day with a monumental broadcast you cannot afford to miss. The Saturday Wala show proudly welcomes a truly distinguished guest, His Excellency Upender Singh Rawat, the High Commissioner of India to Uganda. Join the phenomenal hosting crew, RJ Raj, RJ Amitesh, Mr. Paresh Mehta, and RJ Tarun for an exclusive deep dive conversation on India's incredible journey of independence and the flourishing diplomatic, cultural, and economic ties between India and Uganda. Tune in live on Saturday, August 15th, 2026, starting 10 a.m. on Radio Wala, and watch it on NBS Live, exclusively on Afro Mobile app, to be a part of this conversation. Don't just hear about history, be a part of it.
Next. Always.
A very good afternoon, and thank you so much for keeping it NBS Television. Always welcome to NBS Live at 1 with me, Tracy Kansime. Now, before we get into the big news, remember, what you watch shapes what you think and what you feel and what you believe. But who decides what appears on your screen? The answer is you do, because my screen, my rules, your screen, equally your rules. And that is something that we're particularly interested in. A reminder that it is my screen, my rules. I decide what I watch, how I consume it, when I consume it. And of course, that viewing experience should certainly be directed by you. Imagine if that were left to anyone else, how depressing that would be. But that is a conversation we certainly will continue to remind you of, because at the end of it all, you make the decisions, and we'll certainly make sure that that is the case. But let's get into the big news that is happening. The Committee on Physical Infrastructure has grilled officials from the Ministry of Works and Transport over the management of toll fees on the Entebbe Expressway. Lawmakers are seeking explanations on concerns over revenue losses and contracts involving Aegis and Pinnacle security in toll collection operations. The committee wants accountability measures to ensure government receives all funds generated from the expressway. We take a moment and head to Parliament for the committee sessions and listening to the developments.
You said there was a balance. Did you have that money kept somewhere that it is meant for the, or it is taxpayers' money coming every year? And it's not a guarantee that it must be spent. Then the other one, if it's performance-based, it can go. You are saying that not all of it can be used. But if you find somebody smart, because you are allowing him, 36 is the maximum. If you find somebody smart, he will account for all of that money, and he will take it. So why do you give chance to some people who are smart? So all of it, I don't think it is right, Chair.
You answer this at once because we have run out of time.
Chair,
Who has the...
There is
Yes,
something. Okay.
They'll answer at once. Who has the signature mandate? Because we are analyzing the statements, and we are seeing very many withdrawals and transfers. So who has the signature mandate of the account in Stanbic Bank under the name Uganda National Roads Authority Kampala Express account? You want me to read the number? I believe it's... are there many accounts? Okay, account number 903-001-2349-318. Who has the signature mandate? I'm sure you know this.
Thank you, Chair. We have two accounts in...
The proceedings from Parliament continue on NBS Live. We'll have more on that story later on. But moving on, the Uganda Bureau of Statistics is set to break ground for a new state-of-the-art statistics house in Entebbe, a project expected to strengthen the production and dissemination of official statistics. The modern facility is aimed at enhancing evidence-based planning, improving data management and supporting Uganda's national development agenda. We now cross over to Entebbe and join Lawrence Mushabe, who is on ground. Lawrence, take us through what we've so far established about this project.
Thank you so much, Tracy. Good afternoon to you and everyone watching us this afternoon. I am coming to you live from Goers Road here in Division B, of course, Entebbe Municipality, of course, where we have just a few minutes away. We have just witnessed the groundbreaking ceremony by the Uganda Bureau of Statistics here in Entebbe. And of course, this particular place will be hosting the Bureau of Statistics office here in Entebbe. And of course, one of the key aspects that we've managed to get from the officials is that this place will also house one of the regional departments of the Bureau of Statistics. Actually, it's been described as the East African Center of Bureau of Statistics that will be here in Entebbe. And also the officials said that there will be more sectoral departments established here, including the training center for the statistics of Uganda and also part of the region. And also there's been, according to the officials, that this particular project has been handed over to Roko Construction Limited, and of course expected to take approximately 3 years and 36 months. And that is what the officials have managed to say. If my camera person can show you around here, is of course you can see the excavators doing the job already. The construction is on. And of course, I have been on set. I've been joined by the minister in charge of finance to bring us to speed on how significant this project is to the development of this country. Honorable Minister, you're most welcome on NBS.
Thank you, and I want to greet all the viewers of NBS. We are here in Entebbe to ground break the construction of the new statistics house, which is a significant milestone in such a way that we are looking forward to bid for hosting the East African Statistics Headquarters, and one of the requirements is that we must have a home. And one wing of this building is going to be reserved for that purpose. And also, we must give our staff a good working environment. This building will have conference centers, we'll have data centers, we'll have library, and this is where all the data, especially from the field, will be analyzed and processed in order to produce data that we can use for decision making. So it's a good milestone, and also the historical aspects of this place. The statistics has been here for ages. So we have broken the old building and we are completely replacing it with the new building. And I want to, at this point, I want to thank the team at UBOS, Uganda Bureau of Statistics, the board and the management for coming up with this idea. Another good point is that this construction, 76 billion project, is going to be financed by government of Uganda money. The Ministry of Finance is going to provide through the budget all the required resources, and we shall do this work in 3 years. And the contractor is one of our domestic contractors with experience in terms of quality and timely delivery. Roko has the experience that is unmatched in this local market.
For purposes of time, Honorable Minister, we'll leave it there. Thank you so much for speaking to us.
Thank you.
Tracy, that is what is happening right here in Entebbe, and of course, we will keep updating our audience in our subsequent bulletins. That's NBS Amasengage and also NBS Live at 9. Let me come back to you at the Political Command Center. Good afternoon.
Many thanks, Lawrence Mshabe, and we can't wait for more of the details in our subsequent bulletins. Now, the Democratic Front has completed all pre-hearing conference procedures for its constitutional petitions and is now awaiting court scheduling. The party is challenging the Electoral Commission over its failure to redraw constituency boundaries based on the 2024 census and its decision not to recognize the Democratic Front as a parliamentary party ahead of the 2026 elections. This afternoon, and on this particular story, Dan, everybody, many thanks for joining us and a very good afternoon to you. Let's get into the concerns raised by the DF and what the way forward looks like in this regard.
Well, Tracy, thank you very much. Earlier on, we were at the Constitutional Court, and of course, like you mentioned, the final conferencing was done and it waits cause listing right now. I'm joined by Honorable Matthias Puga to tell us more of what happened, what transpired inside the courtroom, the registrar's chambers, and also to understand the form and substance of this very petition. Thank you very much for joining us on NBS Live at 1, Honorable Matthias Puga, to understand, maybe for the benefit of a viewer, what transpired inside when you met the registrar to finalize the conference.
Well, thank you. Happy to share with the viewers this afternoon at 1 o'clock. Yes, we were at the Constitutional Court in the registrar's chambers to ostensibly thrash out any outstanding issues before the matter is forwarded for cause listing for the next session. And we, by and large, think we are on the right path, and we await the matter to be cause listed and the quorum given to us so that we can prepare for the rigorous hearing of this matter in the Constitutional Court.
For the benefit of our viewer, and maybe to recap this, there are 6 of these that you mentioned in this very document. Maybe if you could break down a few of them in the interest of time to understand what the Democratic Front and yourself are fronting.
Yeah, principally, these are not personal matters. They are matters to litigate upon the constitutionality of actors during, before, during, and after the last election. And far from some ordinary souls believe, this is not an electoral petition. Electoral petitions are filed in the Supreme Court. This is it's not a presidential election petition, it's a constitutional petition to allow us before this court to adjudicate upon questions that we believe need to be answered for clarity, for posterity, and not meant to annul the last election, far from it, but to set the records clear and give particular orders and guidance for future elections. But notably for you and the viewers, we are concerned that the Electoral Commission abdicated responsibility because after the 2024 census, as commanded by the Constitution, it did not redemarcate constituencies. We believe that the Electoral Commission should have done that by using the 2014 census outcomes. It was an abdication and therefore did not reflect the true position of the law. So we want the Constitutional Court to pronounce itself and agree with us that this was an abdication of duty, that the Electoral Commission had a constitutional mandate, and therefore it was unconstitutional for them to conduct the last election without first redemarcating constituencies, especially in highly populated areas. Secondly, we have a concern relating to the involvement of particular actors before, during, and after the elections, namely security forces, the army, RDCs, their pronouncements, and the consequences of their actions, and how we believe served to undermine the last election, and therefore their role and involvement, in our view, is unconstitutional, but this is for court to determine. Third is the fact that before, during, and after the elections, the DF as a party was not treated as a parliamentary party by the Electoral Commission. So we would like the Constitutional Court to answer the question of what is a parliamentary party. And we believe this is good for posterity and to help solve other issues going forward. Fourth, the issue of failure by the Electoral Commission to make provision for the voting of the diaspora citizens and prisoners. We believe it's an abdication of responsibility and it's unconstitutional. We would like this court to make a declaration and make orders such that future elections, disenfranchisement of these citizens does not happen again. There are other issues that relate to how the Electoral Commission and by extension the Parliament facilitates political parties in the last year of election. The manner in which it was done in our construction is unconstitutional, but that's now for the court to adjudicate upon it and make a pronouncement on what this exactly is or was and what should have been done. by the Electoral Commission and its agencies. The last one relates to the manner in which the Electoral Commission announces presidential and other elections. You heard complaints from candidates and political parties that the Electoral Commission reads presidential outcomes and they do not know where they are reading from. And I can state without fear or favor that up to now, the Electoral Commission has never posted on their website the outcomes of the last election in per polling station, per constituency. We believe their actions are unconstitutional, but like we are petitioners, the court will determine, and probably in agreeing with us, it does so make particular orders such that in the future we do not have elections contested on the ground that the Electoral Commission is announcing results. It picks from nowhere and it is not shared with the candidate agents, not shared with observers and all that are concerned. So these are key issues for us to determine, and we are waiting for cause listing, and we shall make our case for the sake of posterity.
Thank you very much, Matthias Puga. Tracy and our dear viewer, you heard it right. There are 6 in number, and of course we shall wait for the cause listing and of course the outcome of this in the future. For now, let me come back to you at the Political Command Center so we continue with NBS Live at 1.
Thank you so much, Dan Ayebade, and we also will be getting into details of that later on. 3 people have been killed and several others injured in a tragic road crash along the Jinja-Iganga highway in Kakira after a Toyota Hiace taxi rammed into a rear of a moving trailer. Police have launched a manhunt for both drivers who reportedly fled the scene as investigations into the cause of the fatal accident do continue.
The accident happened along Jinja-Iganga highway at Kakira area, and it left 3 people dead, 2 male adults and 1 male juvenile. It is unfortunate. We responded quickly and we managed to rescue the 6 who had sustained injuries, and we rushed them to Jinja Regional Referral Hospital for medical attention and treatment. And they are going to recover. The possible cause of the accident is high speed. High speed, the driver of the Toyota Hiace, which was traveling from Iganga side heading to Kampala. That driver was on high speed. So he ended up knocking a trailer that was in the same direction. It was also heading to Kampala. So we are 1 looking for the driver, 2 we are also looking for the trailer because the trailer kept on moving. Like we have always emphasized, there is the enforcement part which we are doing very well because our stretch we have integrated highway patrol vehicle which patrols from the new bridge up to Magamaga. So it helps us in combating highway robberies and then preventing accidents. That's why you have not seen us registering accidents. But besides the enforcement part, there is what we call the discipline of the driver. The discipline, it is very important. If you're a disciplined driver, you will save lives. If you are not disciplined, we are going to lose lives. So, for us, we are tight. If we get you in any traffic offense, you have to pay the price.
Police have intensified intelligence-led operations across the West Nile sub-region following reported cases of murder by shooting and persistent theft. Authorities say investigations into the shootings are ongoing, while 3 suspects have been arrested for allegedly stealing cattle and attempting to sell them at the Arua City Abattoir. Traffic enforcement operations have also been stepped up to improve road safety. From the region, we're joined by Joseph Omago. Joseph, a very good afternoon. Now, in terms of the reasons being cited for the escalation in the security concerns, what does police say explains this?
Thank you very much, Tracy. A very good afternoon to you too. And of course, you know that besides being the only region in Uganda with an English name, this region borders two countries whose security situation can be described as fragile. And we've got a lot of issues across the borders. Sometimes we have got these issues of armed robberies. And of course, the perpetrators sometimes are believed to cross over to any of the two countries. But let me welcome the spokesperson of the Uganda Police Force here in West Nile to explain to us further what exactly is going on in the region.
Yeah, generally the security situation across West Nile region is calm and normal, and we only have a few isolated cases where one of them is an incident of shooting in the Koboko district. And then we have cases of cattle theft within Arua city and other minor cases. Concerning the incident of murder by shooting in Koboko, it occurred yesterday on Wednesday, 5th August 2026 at Waju Cluster 1 in Lobule Refugee Settlement, Lobule Sub-County, Koboko district, where a suspected SPLA-IO rebel by the names Asio Moses crossed over from his IO rebel activities in South Sudan to Waju base camp to the father's home, where the father has a piece of land which is normally rented by some tenants. So he crossed to the father's land, demanded his father's tenants to pay 10,000 shillings each, which the tenants did, except one tenant by the names Ititu Mariam, who said that she didn't have the 10,000 shillings to pay. Without wasting time, one Asio Moses pulled a gun from his black jacket and shot dead Ititu Mariam. And this information was quickly sent to Koboko Central Police Station, where the DPC liaised with the team in UPDFs and intelligence to conduct an operation to ensure that one Moses was put before the book. So they started investigations, which indicated that Moses had taken off from Koboko to Yumbe, and he was arrested along Yumbe-Koboko Road, where he fired back at the officers, and eventually he was put out of action.
Okay. Afande, we shall have more on that story maybe later on in our bulletin. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Okay, so that is just briefly what is happening here in West Nile. Of course, the police is having this operation to try and ensure that people live peacefully across West Nile. The issues of armed robbers have been reported before, cattle theft, and then also right now the police is actually having road operations to ensure that there is sanity on our roads. Back to you at the Political Command Center, Tracy.
Thank you so much, Joseph Omagor, for that detailed report. Now, as we come to the break, we want to remind you of what certainly should be your choice. Every day you make a decision. Every day I make a choice about what I want to watch, what I listen to, and what deserves my attention. Now, whether that is sports, whether that is entertainment, I decide what I watch on my screen, and so should you, because you should be in charge of your viewing experience. Now imagine if someone took away your screen right now and decided you should not continue with this bulletin. How sad that would be. Well, remember, it is my screen, my rules. We take a very short break. When we come back, NBS Live at 1 continues.
It's been a long time coming. It's Vinka.
Yo, Vinka.
You know everything he knows. And we've been cooking something big. Skyview and Swans Avenue proudly present Vinka Live and Loud. It's going to be an endless hit. Tune ko tune on Friday the 21st of August at Lugogo Cricket Oval, where the experience is going to be like no other. Music louder, flavors harder, lights brighter, vibes bigger. So bring your crew and grab your favorite ice cold Sky View and let's get it on. So grab your ticket right now on the Momo app or dial *165*20#. The Vinka Live and Loud concert is brought to you by Swans Avenue and Skyview. Skyview, more flavor, more fees, more fun.
The parent is Tuliahewa Dixon. And the child is Ani Tuliahewa Esther.
Kambera gwete kwa mugisha ngo ishe watuyayewa Esther wahangura school fees ngene na hateja shana amashemero magonka MTN momo eberewo mbeni nyigasta igana kaga ni 5 sta munana 0 hash kushashuro mwana school fees tokoma nyo mugisheri zagwije wanje ninga nchaka ngwasa kuzo wawe mwebare munonga.
Eshongozwa weririye nabasowa kweshongori ene yawe no wajine ruhanga yakukunda nakukunda isyata ya kitaguru ya tuletera Kampala omuri Serena Hotel ebiro makumesho tubikomana n'umwako gutandikana shamwe emiryango neza kuba yigwirwe twatandikira kushemererwa jishuka ngo shigatirwa beshongozi ba gospel bakunda abaratere nanga tukashashanoka ukutaha muri mitwaro leta VIP mitwaro 20 debos a miliyoni 3 hamwe na neza bamazireyo kumanya bukitiraho tera 0 50 50 nkaga ninda bishagikirwe.
August 2026 is here! And Yada for Life presents Mujatu Sinze 2026 Nsima Edition on Saturday 29th August 2026 at Imperial Royal Hotel with a lineup of heavenly voices and ministers. Are you grateful to God for what He has done and accomplished in your life? Do you have a reason to ultimately thank God for? Get your deluxe ticket for 30K, gold for 50K, platinum for 100K, and the table at 2 million. Doors open at 4 p.m. Buy your ticket at Unique Uniforms, Uganda House, and at House of Rest, former Fidodido. For bookings and reservations, call 0760-595-316 or 0708-766-536. Mujatu Sinze 2026 Nsima Edition, and proudly sponsored by Yuga Tunes, Afro Mobile, Yuka TV, and NBS Music.
Too many ads? Expensive subscription? You deserve better. An artist, thousands of plays, but nothing to show for it. This ends now. Introducing Yuga Tunes, the new home of your favorite music on Afro Mobile. Listeners, stream your favorite songs ad-free at no cost. Artists, earn from every stream. Withdraw your royalties anytime from as low as 20,000 Uganda shillings. This is music that pays off. This is music that belongs to you. Yuga Tunes, your sound, your stage, your reward.
Reggae live in concert at Kolo Airstrip na Musambu August chefuro chigenda kubera echomwaka tiketi za Reggae zitandiswa kutundibwa kupa passport machingi John Kala Solutions Prime Complex H&M Restaurant neku Crown Japan katwe abembara ziri wa Kansara Harmony neku offices za Global Bus atekwa mtien momo alebadi ya mitwale 2 kugeti ujajigwe mitwale 3 VIP ya mitwale 3 ateku mulyango ya mitwale 5 niga kamunyenye mumukaga 5 kamunyenye 20 kadala tiketi zikoma kutundibwa kulwa hakuna Reggae yata hawesen Uganda namani hati ninye tabembara ababushenyi igara yantonde abeibanda rukunjiri mwije murebo mwana wanyu natera nat Honda bewagedwa
Pepsi,
Thirsty for more?
The Simbaland, Bitagekedwa, Abitex Promotions.
Welcome back. You're still watching NBS Live at 1 with me, Tracy Kansime. Government has stepped up efforts to strengthen the cooperative movement with State Minister for Cooperatives Aleru Tom Aze engaging leaders and stakeholders in the Madi sub-region. The discussions are focused on assessing the performance of cooperatives, addressing challenges and identifying strategies to improve household incomes and drive socio-economic transformation through cooperative-based enterprises. We're joined by Martin Okudi, our bureau chief in the Madi sub-region. Let's get into the conversations. Martin, how will this be done?
Well, a very good afternoon to you, Tracy. This afternoon, we are joined by the State Minister for Trade, and he is in charge of cooperative. He is here in Madi sub-region, and he has started a familiarization tour with Adjumani district, meeting leaders here in Adjumani and Obongi district, respectively. Honorable, we are live on NBS Television. Tell us what triggered this visit to the Madi sub-region. You're most welcome.
Thank you very much. This visit started from Acholi, that is Gulu, and now we are in the Madi sub-region. We are moving around to sensitize, to mobilize, and educate people who have embraced cooperative movement. The reasons are very many, but we want people to move out of poverty. We want people to embrace socio-economic transformation of our country, of our homes, and of our communities by embracing cooperatives. It will be very good and in order if we can be able to embrace the PDM circles, if we can be able to embrace the mega circles, we should be able to move out of poverty. And we should be able to drive Uganda to from lower middle income status to upper middle income status through formation of cooperatives. We shall be able to mobilize our people to embrace cooperatives so they can be able to afford household commodities. They can be able to afford basic payment of school fees. They can be able to afford whatever they want for their day-to-day running of their homes and their communities and of their district. Otherwise, we embrace, and I want to call upon all cooperators to embrace cooperative movement, to embrace the circles, because that's the only way we can put our resources together and have a bigger bargaining power for selling our goods and our commodities for production. And it will be the only vehicle that can drive Uganda to upper middle income status.
Well, that's Honorable,
why, yeah.
while you were chairing the meeting, there were pertinent issues raised by the cooperators, as you have mentioned. What is the government commitment?
Yeah, thank you very much. That's one of the reasons why we are moving around. I was going to drive at that. We want to revive all those defunct cooperative unions. One of them is the Madi Cooperative Union. We want to revive it, and there are others that are in Obongi, there are others that are in Moyo, and there are others that are found within West Nile sub-region. We want to check on all these cooperatives so that we can be able to revive them for our socio-economic development.
Thank you very much, Honorable Minister, for talking to us. Okay. Tracy and the viewers, we shall be bringing details of this visit in our subsequent bulletins. For now, we shall let the Minister go because he's the one chairing the meeting. Thank you for speaking to us, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Martin Okudi, for that story. Now, from Madi sub-region, we come back here in the CBD. Women across Uganda will tomorrow head to the polls to elect village women committee members in the next phase of the local council elections. The Electoral Commission says the exercise is exclusively for women voters and candidates. Unlike recently concluded local council elections, the Commission has warned against participation by ineligible voters as preparations continue for the grassroots polls.
Following the conclusion of local council elections, the Electoral Commission now shifts focus to the women council elections. This election is supposed to strengthen women representatives from district to the parish level. Now tomorrow, eligible members of the Village Executive Committee will elect village women leaders from across the country.
This time the electorate are the members of the women village executive committees, the 5. Those are the ones who constitute the electoral college for the parish women committees elections. And it's from that group also where all those who are vying or who are candidates for the said positions will be derived from. So I want to remind the country that these elections are still ongoing, and tomorrow only the women comprising the village executive committees will proceed to their respective parishes to elect who their chairperson will be, and also who will also constitute the other elective positions, which are in total, as I said, 5.
Now tomorrow, eligible members of the Village Executive Committee will elect village women leaders from across the country.
After tomorrow's polling process for the women parish executive committees, we shall have the sub-county or town or municipal division level elections, beginning with the compilation or compiling of the sub-county or town or municipal division women's register. And this will take place on 11th of August. We shall display that register at sub-county or town or municipal division level from the 12th up to the 13th of August 2026.
On the just concluded local council 1 elections, the Electoral Commission informs the country that over 300 petitions have been filed at the commission, and hearing starts today.
That story brings us to the end of NBS Live at 1. Many thanks for choosing to watch NBS Live at 1 on your screen, because we know it is your screen, your rules, and that is critical, whether you're paying attention to what is happening in the world of current affairs, or it is sports, or if you're discovering anything new. That decision of how you experience it, what content you consume, or where you consume it from should entirely belong to you. And we appreciate you for keeping it NBS Television. That brings us to the end of NBS Live at 1. My name is Tracy Kansime. Have a good afternoon.
NBS. Always. Brought to you.
Now boosting! Funa Boosty with the extreme energy and refreshing taste of Sting Energy Drink. Available countrywide at only 2,000 shillings. Must be Sting. From the makers of Pepsi.
What does this mean to the family? Just a brief one.
We lost I'm behind the apple, no? There's a father. And we lost the boy.
That boy is a good person which was guiding here since the father was passed away. As I remember, I lost him a lot. So he's the very person who's helping me with their friends, their kids from here, and guiding them to coaching them as footballers. There's training them from your technical and primary school, coaching the students there very well. So that is the little which I can give.
Thank you, Muzei. And of course, to our viewers, of course, this is where Owore comes from, and we decided to come here to mourn with the family. And of course, what is happening or what their prayer is only that those who actually behind his death should be brought to book, and everyone, that is what everyone here is saying. And of course, this and more is what our people outside there, our viewers, should expect from Tororo. Of course, we are here to see that, to see what the family is actually going through until the body arrives. And of course, we shall be letting our viewers outside there know about the burial arrangement and so on. Allow me get back to you at the NBS Sports. Towards you can take over from me.
For the update, and we are still really in dark days, black day, as we mourn our brother David Owori Tigaba de Mauni Manonji. For our viewers, again, wherever watching from, it's a big flexible lunchtime team, NBS Sport, as we continue to champion Uganda sport, but we're dented on the other side. The two footballers, of course, one from Blemezi and the other one from the team captain at ACV, David Owori, aka Colgate. Barrier arrangements have been done, and I think barrier will be on Saturday, this Saturday, according to the team or the committee that was set aside to see what arrangements can be really run. But it is what it is. We continue to mourn with the family and, of course, all stakeholders. But on the side, NBS, the big political command center, live at 1. It's a flexible team, and Minjinyo Ebigere Baso, Mugwanga Refe Uganda, Gatogera Community, the big CAF Champions League draws so we expect big from the two clubs, that's Vipers, Chikiram CAF Confederation, and CAF Champions League, and Chitara for CAF Confederation. But elsewhere, we're here to champion Uganda sport. The big Anchor final is here this weekend. And in studio, I'm joined by two gentlemen, two legislators. Abana Wokwito. It goes back home, as we say. And here I'm joined by Honorable Agaba Peter. He's a friend of mine back in the days. Other from Ibanda Municipality, if I'm not mistaken. Yes. Please, a very good afternoon to you, and thank you so much for honoring our invitation.
Thank you so much, Stuart, for giving me this opportunity to come here and showcase. No
problem.
Abakutera abasebo n'abanyabo irakana mazina ninye Agaba Peter kandi member wa parliament w'Ibanda municipality. Nashima mnonga NBS Sport na Stuart mnywano wanje long time friend. Kureba ngo atom shogu kwiza kuteka nkoro mu aha level naraha map yensi yona kugamba ha mpira ogutubire tuyineyo kandi na finals zitino rwa mukaga Ibanda ahubwo kuza kubanetera bushenyi. Okay. So twabakira mwe n'abaturikirize n'abakutureba iwa yaba nakisaga no rukuzokuna no kufuna akacupa kawe kamizo sitamaha mwanya gumwe obase kufollowing program.
Yeah, that's Honorable Peter Agaba, and on my side I'm joined by Honorable Cohen Amanya, if I'm not mistaken. Yes. All they're from Igara. That's Igara West. Yes. The great of Shane. Yes. Please.
Amebare abarukutureba ahamuktu ningasha TV ya NBS twashemerwa munonga n'abatebekanisa ba program eji aituruho tugamba ahari Ankore Cup kandi Bushenyi ahije kugutura Ibanda. Ahasandi.
Okay. We're going to take a short break, but of course, boiling Chitokota Sitsanikire, is it coming home? Is it coming to Ibanda or Chigenda Bushenyi? So to finance. But for now, let's take a short break. When we come back to get up what we'll ask them the expectations is, of course, their roadmap to final and being legislatures. What does this all mean to our when it comes to grassroots football and also the community at large? But for now, let's take a short break. When we come back to Tandikirao, Chitokota.
Now boosty. Funa Boosty with the extreme energy and refreshing taste of Sting Energy Drink.
Brought to you.
Now boosty. Funa Boosty with the extreme energy and refreshing taste of Sting Energy Drink. Available countrywide at only 2,000 shillings. Must be Sting. From the makers of Pepsi.
Who are you? I'm Fake, the boss king.
Oyagala gold rush wakwe. Oyagala red rush wakwe. Ulira boosty, ulira. Funana, funa boosty.
Funa Boosty with the extreme energy and refreshing taste of Sting Energy Drink. Available countrywide at only 2,000 shillings. Must be Sting. From the makers of Pepsi.
Remember the songs that made you sing. The moments that made you dance. The voice that captured a generation. Now, Grace Nachimera is back on stage. Join us for the Power of Grace Live Concert, a spectacular evening celebrating the music, the memories, the journey, and the incredible voice that has inspired audiences for years. Friday, 11th September 2026 at Kampala Serena Hotel. Early bird tickets 130,000 shillings, ordinary 150,000 shillings, and tables 3 million shillings. The Power of Grace Concert is sponsored by
And that's it for today. Till the next episode.
Like a daily bando, like a daily bando, like a daily bando. Omuliro nguwulira muli mu mutima gukankana like drums. Kalakata, kalakata, erendongo yakusabula. We gonna do free on fire, free on fire, free on fire.
Hey travelers, are you a family gearing up for that big vacation, a hustler working abroad coming home, or your squad chasing sunsets and passport stamps? It's time you lock in. Say goodbye to long airport queues, shocking roaming bills, and the stress of hunting for local SIM cards, because now you can travel like a local. Stay connected in over 180 countries. Just scan, tap, and boom! Instant data the moment you reach your destination. Get your Rogue Travel eSIM today at travel.roguetelecom.co.ug. Contact us on 020-5000123. Looking for a household cleaner that truly delivers? Meet Appo, the antibacterial cleaning powder for bathrooms and surfaces. Appo is formulated for 3-dimensional cleaning. It's a scouring agent that scrubs off dirt and stains, a germicide that kills 99.9% of household germs, and it works with water to wash everything away, leaving your bathrooms and ceramics hygienic and sparkling clean. Keep up hygiene standards without breaking the budget. Switch to Appo today. Appo is available at supermarkets and convenience stores countrywide.
Experience the ultimate in bathing luxury with Lanzo Luxury Bathing Soap. Choose from a variety of refreshing types, including menthol, antibacterial, ice cool, blueberry, coconut, and raspberry. Each one promises an upper-world, refreshing feel that redefines your experience with bathing. Lanzo Luxury Bathing Soap, the ultimate refreshing feel. Distributed by Chopper General Enterprises, located at shop number 3, Rafik Building, Chikuba, Kampala. You can find Lanzo Luxury Bathing Soap in shops and supermarkets nearby.
Why pay for someone else's repairs? Say goodbye to hidden costs and hello to peace of mind of a brand new start. Discover the Suzuki range of unmatched, fuel-efficient, and reliable options. From the iconic Jimny to the new Across Hybrid. Find the perfect blend of style and world-class efficiency. Upgrade today and enjoy 1 year of free fuel and comprehensive insurance, plus 2 years of free service and a 3-year warranty. Trade in your current car or choose financing to start driving as you pay installments. Don't wait. Visit the Suzuki showroom today or call 0800-211-033 to get started.
This is not just a run. This is a movement with purpose. Join us on 30th August 2026 at Kololo Ceremonial Grounds for the Cancer Run 2026, starting at 6 a.m. Also taking place simultaneously in other districts across Uganda for the completion of the One-Stop Cancer Center at Nsambya Hospital. Registration is only 30,000 Ugandan shillings online using Gonza Pay. Gates are available at all Centenary Bank branches, Capital Shoppers outlets, Bread House branches, the Cancer Run office on Zimwa Road, Muyenga, the Rotary Uganda office at Nick Building, and Rotary clubs across the country. The Rotary Cancer Run 2026 is organized in partnership with the Parliament of Uganda, Centenary Bank, Crystal Water, and
NBS Sport, championing Ugandan sport.
Now Boosty! Funa Boosty with the extreme energy and refreshing taste of Sting Energy Drink. Available countrywide at only 2,000 shillings. Must be Sting. From the makers of Pepsi.
Abava mu bitunde ebirala nga tebava mu district ezaffe. So those are 5.
So that's outside the Ankole region.
Outside the Ankole region.
Yeah.
Then abalala, they have to be locally. Abeyo benyini. So one, tukole ekibayita talent identification. Ekyo kisooka. Omupiira guno sikugamba te waliwo competition, waliwo ebirabo, waliwo kya kumanyagana. Sat buli omu owibanda ne wazana ne webuchenye oba tugende eibanda ne tuzanya ne ibanda waliwo ebintu ebitujja kulabayo.
Yes.
Tusooka mwe you find hotels. So it's all about unity. Omukago ekiyite waffe bagwita omukago. So mupiira sikugamba lutaro babikia katuzanya ne ibanda. Ibanda tujja kusinkana eri Kabwohe ku finals.
Yes.
Buli omu abantu bonna Kabwohe people will come. Entungamo bajja. Ibanda bajja. Mbalala kyekyo. So guno omupiira we tulaba ng'abakulembeze tulaba it's one way of bringing people together.
It's a unifying factor.
Unifying factor. Kati abantu olaba bushenye bwebezanya ne ibanda. Waliwo omuosanga nga ibanda erina abazanya abalungi. Bushenye erina abazanya abalungi. naye tiimu zijja sports villa basindikayo abantu scouts mbalala basindikayo ne balaba abaana abali eri in 5 years to come ekigenderwa kyaffe kulaba ati eyo talent after 5 years we shall now it will only be home based abazanya beeri ebewaka oboka nga toteekamu ababe mbalala obabe wano Uganda obawa but abeeri so it helps us. Secondly, it also we want omanya abasambe